This collective made me cry. This is giving fairy godmother energy. I love it. I don't know about you, but I love it. I love it, okay? Fairy godmother energy, it's giving just like fairy energy in general, like, you know, think soft, cozy, cute, pink, like tutu, almost like skirt, like sprinkle some glitter, like magic wand with star at the end, give ding, think, I'm hearing, oh my god, I love that show. Fairly Odd Parents? I almost said fairy, but Fairly Odd Parents, right? It's giving that. I'm hearing like I almost said the movie Candyland. Is that a movie? I wanted to say the game Candyland, and I'm just feeling like I want to say like sweet, like SWEET, sweet. Like something about you, almost like, I feel like this is coming through in like textures, flavors, colors, like something about you is very like, I'm hearing like sticky sweet. You are somebody that you are learning to love yourself again. But first, before I get into that energy, I want to tell you a little bit about you. I want to validate you and your energy for a second, okay? You are the type of person that when I say sticky sweet, like you stick to other people. Like people can't get you off of their minds. Like you leave an impact. You have this impact on people where your energy or something you said or the way that you made them feel, like you've left this lasting impression, which is so beautiful. But I feel like, ironically enough, as like bubbly and sweet and whatever that you are, there is this really harsh inner critic. And I don't think that you were always like this, but I do think that like over time, this had to happen, you know, maybe it's conditioning, it's a means of survival. You had to become this way to protect yourself, or you feel at least that you did, right? It's this other version of you that you had to sort of like dull your sparkle, your shine, or what have you, and become less of who you are because it just wasn't safe to be that way. And so what I see here is a really core wound, which is judgment in reverse. And judgment in reverse is where, like I said, very heavy energy, where this critic, it's like you're constantly like holding court over yourself, if that makes sense. It's like you are the judge, you're the the prosecutor. It's like I feel like you're always on trial, like in your own mind, like with yourself. There's a lot of shame, self-blame. There's a lot of maybe like thinking that you could be better, thinking that you could be more of something, prettier, smarter, more ambitious. I could be this, I could be doing that. The thing is that you've spent a lifetime never celebrating when you've hit your goals. You hit your goal and then you move the goalpost. You need to celebrate those small wins. Like when people say, you know, romanticize your life or romanticize blah, blah, blah about your life, this is what they mean. Do the things that you like to do because you just like them. You know, watch a movie, even if you've seen it before 100 times, because you like it. Just because. Like that should be your motto moving forward, whoever this collective is, like just because. Do the thing just because. I made a strawberry funfetti cake the other day. Just because. Just because. Like, that's it. I didn't eat the whole thing. I had what's the word? Like restraint. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I didn't eat the whole thing. I wanted to, but you know. And here's the thing: you could eat cake for dinner if you wanted to every night, and for dessert. Calorie wise, maybe not the best. Sugar wise, probably not great for your teeth or whatever else. But point being, I decided I wanted to. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make this in my heart-shaped pan. Sad, I actually don't know where that pan went, but I made it in a regular cake pan anyway. Frosted the whole thing. Pink, funfetti, strawberry, like, duh, hello? Like, just because. Because personally, for me, to give you an example, I spent a really long time not doing those things because it was just, hey, my body, my nervous system does not feel safe enough to do these things. It doesn't feel safe enough to, oh my God, not the YouTube video playing a weird ad. It doesn't feel safe enough to do these things. It's a Cheez-It ad? Weird. It doesn't feel safe enough to just be you without, you know, consequences. It's like, I don't necessarily feel safe enough to laugh out loud, to experience joy, to let myself like things without wondering, is this cool? Do other people like it? How am I being perceived? Like I said, so much judgment, harsh inner critic, and holding on to all these things that you don't need to hold on to anymore. It's like you're carrying around luggage, but you're home. You're just carrying it from place to place to place, even though you live here in your home. You see what I'm saying? But speaking of home, I want to touch on this as well. Sacred space coming out here. This card says, carve out a little niche for your spiritual practice and make your home a retreat. Make your house a home. This energy is giving to me, it's like you've been being held in, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, is it in contempt, or the word contempt wants to come through for some reason. I'm not sure the appropriate way to use that. So if I'm wrong, sorry. But it's like you've been holding yourself in this jail cell almost, like you're barred into something that's, you know, it's not you. It's kind of like you're holding back because, again, when you don't feel safe, and like, yes, this is a tarot reading, but I'm a real life person with real experience, so I'm about to give you a little pep talk. When you spend a lifetime feeling unsafe to be yourself in the company of the people around you, when you spend your lifetime, your entire life feeling like maybe you're suffering with housing instability or insecurity, with food insecurity or instability, you're worried about providing for yourself, 222 on the timer when I look down. You're worried about just meeting kind of like this bare minimum. When you live a life like that, you're conditioned to mute yourself, to lower the volume, right? To dull your sparkle and your shine. You are on a mission right now, this path in your life where right now you are working on trying to love yourself again. Like I said, really harsh inner critic, but what you're gonna do, this is your homework, if you should accept it, you are gonna create a space in your house. You're gonna create a space in your house, a nook, a room, I don't know, a corner in the closet, on the floor. I have one of those. I literally wanna get those like pillows, or not pillows, but like the cushions that you just like put on the floor instead to create like a space. I want one of those so bad because the way I would make my closet the best nook you've ever seen, you would catch me living in there. And it's probably a good thing I don't buy that because I will never leave the closet. Coming out the closet, or is that what it is? Oh, cleaning out my closet, LOL. Anyways, my golden retriever energy is showing. So back to the love, back to the loving yourself, okay? There's a lot of energy here where you cannot feel safe in your environment, therefore you need to consciously create your own space. Make it a nook, make it a whole room in your house, do whatever you gotta do. But buy the cute pillows, you know, buy the throw blankets. Do the thing that you never let yourself do, right? Where it's like, stay in your room all day, bring your cozy coffee, your tea, like whatever, and sit in that room all day if you want. Sit in the corner all day if you want. Read a book or color or craft or do whatever you want, but do the thing, as I said before, just because. That's our motto here now on this channel, apparently. Just because. Just because I can. Just because. You need to bake even. Baking would be great. I feel like I wanted to say something about baking earlier and I forgot, but like sticky sweet, baking, like again, like baking for fun, making everything a color that you like, blue, pink, green, whatever. It doesn't matter, girl. Doesn't matter, dude. More gender neutral here. Doesn't matter, my guy. Just do what you want to do. Cultivate love, joy, bliss, safety. Cultivate an environment. Sometimes you can't wait for other people or certain circumstances, environments, or whatever to just become safe, right? You can't safely rely on those things to show up repeatedly and consistently and say, yeah, I'm here to stay. No, I won't abandon you, whatever it is, right? Whatever the thing is that you are dealing with, this energy needs to be cultivated by you. Create your space. And when you create your space, then every single time that you go in there, you kind of create like this inner dialogue with yourself, right? I don't know if I should swear or not, if that's like, you know what I mean? But I do have a filthy mouth. Isn't that an Orbit commercial? Dirty mouth? Clean it up with Orbit. Anyways. I have ADD. So change your inner dialogue because you have the free will to do that. change your inner dialogue and have it be, as you stand at the threshold of the room is important, girly pop. The threshold is where you create that boundary, whether it's energetic, emotional, mental, whatever. The threshold of that room, you stand there with your blanket, with your tea, with your, I don't know, your Snuggie, with your cat in one hand and your book in the other. Live your best life, okay? There's never any judgment here. Whatever you want to do, just because, I love that for you. But when you stand there, you say, when I walk over this, when I cross this threshold, even if it's an imaginary one, I will not bring self-blame, shame, any sort of hatred towards myself. I will not talk negatively about myself in this room. I will not judge myself harshly in this room. I will not measure myself up against anybody else while I'm in this room. I will do no set activities that allow me to compare myself, who I am, my success against anybody else's in this room. I'm not gonna doom scroll in this room and look at all the things that other people are doing. And I'm not the type of person that's anti, doom scrolling. I love a phone vortex, if you will, on occasion, but you need to set those perimeters, those boundaries, right? So for me, excuse me, I always do this when I channel, I burp or hiccup. This room, my office, used to be a place that I didn't like coming in. I didn't like coming in because every time I came in here, I would sit on my computer and I would do those exact things. And I would look online and I'd watch these videos and I'd just go into this sort of like inner dark corner of my mind and think about all the ways that I didn't feel enough and I could have done this and I wasted time doing this. And it's like this imaginary, like, watch or clock or timer is going off. It's this imaginary pressure in my brain where it's like, you're either comparing yourself, it's like you up against other people, or it's you up against this version of yourself where that other version of you has such incredibly high, outrageous, unattainable standards that there's no point in doing that. You're only gonna feel bad when you do it. I know you know what I'm talking about. You have the set of either behaviors or things that you do, or like your, nonverbal time, if you will, where you just do those things and you sort of go to a different place. When those things happen, I want to be so real with you, but so gentle with you. This is you trying to escape a reality that you've built that you don't feel safe in. But the good news is that you have the ability to create whatever you want. And I want you to know that, and I want you to hear that, is that the reality that you're living in right now doesn't have to be that way unless you want it to. You can easily step right outside that threshold, right? Which is why I'm saying, create that energetic threshold, that boundary that says, when I come into this room, the only things that I speak towards myself are things that are lovingly, right? I speak them with love. I speak them with gentleness, with softness, with kindness, with gentility. I hold myself in this space. In that space, whatever it is that you choose, you only love yourself in there. And over time, that space, it won't be a conscious thing that every single time you step over the threshold, you have to go, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Over time, it will just become that way. It will become habit. It will become, what's the word? Like second nature or whatever. It'll just become automatic for you. You're creating new neural pathways. That's hard. Like, I'm not going to give you this like spiritual, meditative, like mumbo jumbo fluff. Learning to love yourself is not magic. It's not. It can be magical, and I think you are magical, and I think we all are, right? Our energy is the magic. It is the substance that we need to utilize to create a reality where things, yes, feel and look and are magical and beautiful and whimsy and cozy and whatever. However, on the flip side, if you will, loving yourself is something that comes up when we are deeply dysregulated within our nervous system. This is not just tarot readings. I'm giving you some real, life advice, because that's just who I am as a person. Sagittarius moon, hi, how are ya? This is where learning to love yourself is learning that you hold all the magic, you hold all the tools, you can do it. It's a very, like I said, deeply dysregulated state when you don't feel comfortable being you, when you don't feel safe showing up, when other people make you feel unsafe in some way. And you have so much love to give to everybody else. Like I said, your energy is so impactful. Your energy is literally so it leaves an impression that people just can't get out of their minds. It sticks with them. It stays with them. They are doing their thing on an average day to day, and all of a sudden, it's like, you know, oh, there's the cat's going crazy. All of a sudden, they're like, oh, I remember when, you know, so-and-so said this to me. It's something that, again, it just like, it pops up. It leaves this imprint within them, and it's really important that you know that, because your presence isn't forgotten when you leave the room. 333 when I look down as well. Your presence isn't forgotten when you leave the room. You make a lasting impact. And I think that the more that I tell you this, the more that you sit with this information, the more that you let this truly sink in and be felt, you will start to feel more safe and more comfortable showing up as that version of you, right? Because I do think that whoever I'm talking to, you guys have that fairy godmother energy. Like, sprinkle of this, sprinkle of that, a little bit of like, you know, giggly, excitable, laughing, like cute, cozy. Like, I feel like people look at you and they're like, she's adorable, or they're adorable. That energy, that innocence, you have it within you. That like inner child innocence is within you. It's there, it's present. But I think a lot of your light, a lot of your shine has been dulled. You've been sort of conditioned to feel or believe or act or what have you as my joy, my safety, my excitement, whatever, right? That's not safe to express here. But again, it's like the opportunity or the energy or whatever you want to call it, like this energy needs to be cultivated by you. No one else can do it for you, okay? Nobody else can do it for you. I want to be the person that's like, you know what, such and such will happen, and then boom, there you go. Easy peasy. It's not like that. It's time and time and time and time and time again, showing up for yourself in very small ways. All those things, because I feel like I'm hearing some of you guys be like, I don't know if I've like, have I lost this part of myself? I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. I think that you do, and I think that that energy still exists. It is inside of you, in your heart, in your chest, in your body, in your soul. It exists within you. It does exist. And I don't want you guys to think of it as, you know, I don't have constant access to it, therefore it doesn't exist. It is still in there. I think you've learned to sort of put a fence around it, put a boundary around it, to, you know, like I said, like mute it, to lower the volume or what have you, to, it's like there's these sort of dark clouds, so to speak, moving past your bright ray of sunshine that you are, right? That your energy is. And it doesn't mean it will be forever. It will be temporary. But again, it will take constantly, I'm not exaggerating here, constantly showing up for yourself, speaking kindly to yourself, not blaming yourself, not feeling like, God, I hate myself. Stop saying that. The stuff that you say to yourself matters. Your inner dialogue matters. Like, you have to live up here with you forever, baby girl. You have to live up here forever with you. Make that place a place you like going to. We need to get you living in a life, in an environment, in a reality where you do not constantly feel like you want to escape from it. Like, you have fully the ability, hopefully a better ability than I have to get whatever this is on my eye, fully the ability to change your life. Change your mind, change your life, change the way that you view the world. Like, I'm telling you, I say this as somebody who has come from that experience of being someone who people didn't want to be around. People who would tell me like I was like, you know, it was almost like I was depressing, or I wasn't behaving in a way that made people want to hang out with me or be around me or be in my energy. And that was really hard, because at the time I was going through it. I was going through it. But, you know, that energy, not everyone is equipped to sort of like deal with that and allow you the space to be who you are. Finding your people, finding your environment, creating that space for yourself to walk there into that room or that space, or to find those people, to call them up and say, hey, listen, I need someone to just sort of like let me be unapologetically me. Without those environments, and it's not always easy to come by, you know, I'm blessed to have had them, to have had those people, had those environments, had those opportunities. Without those things, it's hard for you to learn to love yourself again, right? It's hard for you to trust people, because when you're trying to heal something relational, right? Something that other people have done to you, you need to be in the presence of people who are going to do right by you. And that can sometimes be really difficult to come by and difficult to find. It's not impossible, but it is out there, and there are people out there like that, which is interesting too, that I just have something lodged in my eye and I cannot get it out because it feels like a sense of seeing things almost like distorted in a way. I want to get this out of my eye hopefully soon, and then also pull another card or two. Pull another card or two. My timer's almost up. Ooh, I just looked up and it was 2020. I don't know why my brain was just like, it's the ADD, to be completely honest. Oh, this thing in my eye is also sending me. Get out of my eye. You're not even welcome here, dog. My God. Talk about overstay your welcome. Jesus. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's get a little more info on this, okay? I'm also hearing something about 21 days, so that could be something that's important to you. One more shuffle. Yeah, 21 days, or what is that, 3 weeks? Math? Yeah, 21 days or 3 weeks. I'm feeling this sense of something like lightening, like like I can breathe a little bit easier. It almost feels like you have this sort of tightness in your chest and like a stress where you are like holding your breath without realizing it, like holding something in. Like I feel like a sense of like open up your body language a little more, like invite room, space, breath. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you need to do that because the stress, I feel like at 21 days, you're going to feel a little bit of a shift. But try to do that in the meantime, right? I'm not shuffling either. I keep doing it out of habit. But 21 days, I feel like there could be a shift coming in for you. Yeah, 10 of Swords. I heard I'm tired of living like this. Tired of feeling like this. Tired of feeling like this. I feel like you guys have literally been wearing almost like this, like what they're showing me is like some sort of like, it's like a cloak, like a hood, like something has been masked, hidden for so long, and maybe it's just like this, you know, like inner, true, authentic version of you. This is really, it really is giving like golden retriever. I'm like not even gonna fucking lie to you. Oh, there it is, the swears. Somebody give me a piece of Orbit gum. 10 of Swords reversed and 10 of Cups reversed. That's the only way that I can like, what is this? What is this? Yikes. I feel like you hold, there's so much dysregulation. Just, let's put this into real life, non-spiritual, non-fluffy language. You've lived a very heavily dysregulated life in one way or another. Through that life, you've conditioned yourself to hold back joy, and it's almost like invite in more suffering. And I say that with so much love. I love you so much, but I'm telling you for real, you will not allow joy in. And you could be the type of person where out loud you're like, I want love and I want joy and I want those things, right? And I believe you, baby. I believe you that you want those things. But there is something happening on a deeper level, and I think it's, yes. It's almost like your nervous system is this, think of your nervous system as this like scared, sort of timid, apprehensive, like inner version of you, or inner child version of you, where you're like, no. Where you're like, don't you wanna, and your nervous system pulls you back and goes, that's unsafe. We remember last time it went really badly. Last time I was hurt. Last time I was sad. Last time I didn't like the way I felt. Think of it literally like little kid language. That hurts. I don't like that. No. Like literally like a tantrum. No, that hurts. I don't want that. I don't like that. And it's oftentimes an overgeneralization, right? Because your nervous system and even your brain, your amygdala, your hippocampus, all these things, right? They're taking snapshots of things that elicit a very strong emotion within you. When that strong emotion is negative, for lack of a better way to put it, I don't do that no more. Absolutely not. No, we don't open ourselves up. No, we don't, invite joy in. No, we don't, allow ourselves to be vulnerable. No, we don't talk about the things that are bothering us. We isolate. we hole ourselves up. We decide not to speak. We decide to tone ourselves down. Like if someone's like, how you been, da da da, like instead of being like, oh my god, great, it's so funny you asked, this cool thing happened to me, oh my god, you'll never believe. You're not having an open conversation. It's like you're like clipped is the word I want to use, right? Where someone's like, oh my god, girl, what's up? And you're like, yeah, like just the usual like that laugh, I know you know what I'm talking about, that laugh, like, oh, it's like the white people version where we go like, oh, living the dream, when really we're like, this is a nightmare, someone help me, I need help. Like that's this energy. It's like you're clipped, shortened. You don't allow yourself to live life because your nervous system is now timid and apprehensive and scared, because before, once upon a time, it didn't go well. So again, as I said, small, little, tiny actions. Oh, that's right, the bottom of the deck. I don't want to forget, the bottom of the deck was important. Small, tiny, conscious, Queen of Swords, conscious choices to choose love, to choose joy, to choose happiness, to choose the things that are bubbly and they open you up and they make you excited and they make you laugh and they make you want to get up in the morning and literally, I'm sorry, but shout and scream. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you need that song to get your dopamine going. I don't care if it's like, I have this one, maybe you do have this one like comfort creator. You watch a creator and you're like, this person always gets me hyped the way this person says da da da. Like, I love that. Like, yes, girl, give it to me straight. Like, you have something that gets you. There is something. I don't care if you're like, there's nothing that, yes, there is. Think about it. Think about it long enough. Think about it. But consciously, you need to start choosing love, joy, peace, bliss, things that feel good in the body, things that, they make you feel good. Take a shower, do your hair, whatever the case is. And if you're a dude and you're not a girl, hey, listen, do the physical activities that you like. If you like reading books, do that. If you like doing whatever it is that dudes do with their friends, I don't know, I'm a girl, do the things that light you up at the end of the day. If you, again, even video games to an extent, like that get your brain going, they get your mind going and you're having fun maybe with other people online, like do something that makes you feel good. I don't care what it is at the end of the day. I literally don't care. But the thing is that if you constantly put yourself down, if you constantly choose to be your worst inner critic, you're gonna be miserable, right? You're gonna keep saying, I don't wanna live like this anymore. I don't wanna feel like this anymore. This hurts, I don't like it, it feels bad. Great, start choosing you, baby. Start choosing you, baby girl. Start choosing you. And then, this does this. Choose you, always. Screw what anybody else says. Thanks. I couldn't decide which one I wanted to go with. Says and thanks, or does. We don't care about them right now. You can care about them and love them. Things are nuanced here. But at the end of the day, choose you and do the things that you like, do the things that you love, do whatever you want just because. I mean, within reason. Don't commit crimes. I love you so much. Mwah. See you next time. Bye.